The Pulse of Spokane is a broad show that showcases many different things in our community, sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You. Well, welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. Kent Adams here. I hope you're having a good day. I know if you're watching this pretty much live or within the next couple of days, you're having a warm day, okay? That's the kind of week we're having, about 99, I think, today or so. One of the guys was saying that his girlfriend brought him soup and it wasn't warmed up, and I just suggested he take it outside and put it out in the sun for about 5 minutes, maybe not even that long, right? And it will warm up. I've got an interesting a guest and topic today. We're going to talk about moving up in the world, whether you're at home or at business. It's about elevators, okay? We'll come back and talk with Tommie right after this message.
At Window Motors, we've always had one priority:
taking care of you, our customer. From now through September, finance a new, used, or certified pre-owned through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return your vehicle to us for up to 1 year from the date you purchased it. And we still have unheard of 0% financing for 72 months, and up to $4,750 in retail customer cash on select 2020 Fords in July. We know things have been difficult, but we're here for you.
The Ford promise is the Wendell promise.
I'm former Washington State Representative Leonard Christian, and since I left office, the budget has almost doubled, and the governor signed comprehensive K-12 sex education into law. He's also abused his emergency powers. I'm asking for your support to help me return to Olympia so that I can protect businesses and families. I'm Leonard Christian, the reasonable right candidate, and I ask for your vote.
Paid for by Leonard Christian for State Representative, Republican.
National Barricade and Sign Company is a well-established company founded in 1957. National Barricade has become a well-known business in the Spokane Valley for more than 50 years. Over the years, we have built long-lasting relationships with many cities, counties, and their departments of transportation. Customers come to us because they know they're going to get the best quality service at the best possible price. National Barricade prides itself on getting the job done in a timely manner. We know that contractors must have certain items in a timely fashion to get their job done, and if we don't have it, we will get it. We guarantee fast service no matter how long it takes.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
Well, welcome back. Tommie Morris from Vertical Options, and it gives me the cut line down there, Elevator Services, okay?
Absolutely.
You are an up-and-coming company, right?
Yes, sir. We are a family-owned business here in Spokane.
I love it.
Been around 10 years.
Okay.
The CEO and president's Wade and Keely Friesen.
Okay.
So we do everything from commercial elevators, installations, modernizations, and repairs to commercial to residential. We take care of stair lifts, wheelchair lifts, and residential elevators.
Wow. So if I get in an elevator, and there are a couple slow ones in businesses in town, right? We can probably figure out who some of them are, too. They're, the old Columbia building, and I forget a couple more, but it was like, I would always go around, push the button, I'm going, is this the slowest or the second or third slowest elevator? And most of them are old elevators to start with. How do we know it's your elevator?
Well, we are a service. We don't manufacture the elevators.
Okay.
We do installations. We're an independent merit shop.
Okay.
So we have a variety of manufacturers that are
Okay.
approved in
To
the
fit
nation.
the need
Yep,
of
to
the
fit
customer.
the need and
Okay.
whatever is required. We actually just got the awarded the Fairchild Air Force Base contract.
Oh, nice.
So we are a recognized company by the government.
So what
We handle
buildings out there? I ask because I have a son who's out there.
I don't know all the buildings, but it's whatever they have listed on their contract.
Oh, okay.
You know how the military, they have a whole list of things.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
we handle projects that large all the way down to Mrs. Jones stair lift down the street.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do.
Are you seeing with an aging population more of the stair lifts now than maybe even when they started 10 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have. That's part of what I am. I am now the residential sales manager. I've
Okay.
been with the company for 5 years
Okay.
and have worked into this position.
Good for you.
And we see the need. If you think about it, over the next 17 years, you're going to have about 25 million baby boomers going into retirement.
Yeah.
And
First year, born in 1946, although I failed retirement.
Oh,
Okay.
So you're back.
So I'm back. But you're right. No, there's a whole group coming.
There is, and if you live in Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, here in the mountainous areas, there's hardly any one-level homes. And
Yes.
the thing that we help people overcome is having to give up part of their home.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of clients that have quit living upstairs or quit using the basement, and just by installing a stair lift makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And as an independent, we have a variety of equipment to choose from.
Are these expensive?
They can be. Unfortunately, it's one of the requirements because there's a lot of safety factors that go into it that a lot of people don't think about.
Right, right.
And they can start off anywhere from $4,500
Okay.
on up to installed. We even have a new elevator that we provide as an alternative for existing homes. It's a stay-in-home corporation battery-powered elevator.
Oh, okay.
And they are approved and used in the state of Washington, and we are the local dealer and installer.
Nice.
And we do traditional residential elevators and wheelchair lifts, indoor and outdoor. And we service and maintain, and part of our thing, our biggest thing is we live here.
Yeah.
All our mechanics, all the office staff, we live here. My kids go to the high school here, their kids go to high school, we run into people, so we want to provide.
Yeah.
Our motto is service as it should be,
Okay.
And we strive for that.
Yeah.
We're not perfect, but we do everything to make things work well.
Well, as we look at several things that I'm focusing because of my age and some of my peers, and some of them are even older and so forth, that and we live in a two-story house. My wife keeps talking about what are we going to do at some point in the future. Right now we can go up and down. It is getting tougher, okay?
Yes.
And will continue to get tougher. It's not going to get easier, okay? I can oil the knees and everything else,
Right.
but still it's going to be there. Are any of these opportunities for either an elevator or a stair lift covered by Medicare or any insurance or anything like that?
We have been working through some of the red tape.
Okay.
Through different.
Well, I can only imagine the red tape.
Yeah, through different programs. We have a lot of veterans that call us.
Okay.
And we do everything that we can to try to help them.
Right.
There's different processes and procedures. One of the biggest breakthroughs I've had here recently is found out Blue Cross Blue Shield does offer some coverage.
Yeah.
We just learned that yesterday. So that's
Well, some is
brand
better
new.
than none.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anything. And some private HSA programs that when people go into retirement will cover parts of it.
Okay.
And we are striving to help inform and educate people and to reach out to, because there's a lot of funds that are given for other types of accessibility equipment.
Right.
We have a lot of clients that get, walkers and wheelchairs,
Yeah.
but to get into their home or to stay in their home, it's a challenge. And then
Well,
even-
walker or wheelchair isn't going to get you upstairs.
Correct.
Okay.
And then
Or downstairs, yes.
And we work to do that. One of the other things is just having the knowledge with you when you're talking to people and reaching out to know that there's a local company. We're
Yes,
here.
yes.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You get a live employee that works for our company.
Wow.
We don't outsource.
24 hours?
24 hours, 7 days
A
a
live
week.
person?
You get a live person. Might be sleepy, but you'll get a live
I was
person.
going to
It's
say I'm
fun.
going to try that tonight just to
Go
see.
ahead. You won't be the first one. I've had clients, they're like, yeah, you're a salesman. And no, that's what we do. And that's what I love working with Wade and Keeley, because everybody in the company, it's family.
Yeah.
And we all move forward with the same purpose, and that's to take care of the clients. We don't just sell a piece of equipment and leave the client high
Yeah.
and dry.
Yeah.
We have relationships. We welcome into our family with them.
Yeah.
And like any family, not everything goes perfectly, but
Right.
we do everything we can to make it right and to take care of the client, because that's the most important thing to us.
Yeah.
And I've heard horror stories from clients that have called us to fix competitors' issues, or
Yeah.
they've never been able to get in contact with somebody, or they've had to call back east and leave messages.
Oh, yes.
And when you're in a home, a stair lift's everything. And I understand it personally because people in my generation are starting to take care of their parents and their grandparents.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
I have an older sister who's been in a wheelchair for several years. I have a father who has Parkinson's, so I know firsthand
Okay.
mobility issues
Yes.
with family.
It makes a world of difference for folks that need that kind of mobility.
It does. And
it
then-
really does.
And you look at cost. If
Yeah.
you move into a retirement center trying to sell your home,
Yep.
everything else, within a year and a half, you can have an actual elevator installed in your home.
Really?
Yeah, for the cost of some of the facilities that are out there. And I'm not knocking the facilities. Facilities have a purpose, but if
Yeah.
you don't have to go to one or give up everything you've worked so hard for.
But if you don't want to live in your bedroom upstairs and figure out how you're going to cook your meals,
Exactly.
and everything else, and you still want to feel really useful,
Yeah.
and be able to greet your friends and relatives at the front door, and things like that, you need to be able to get around your house that you lived in for, like we've lived in our house for 37 years.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, it's part of us.
independence. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's home. Your memories are there. It's
Yeah.
your independence. You know, it's. I have my grandfather lives with me, and 2 teenagers. So it's
Oh,
a lot
Lord.
of fun. Yeah, it's a great thing to do, but there's not the thought. Because I never thought in 100 years that my grandfather would be living with me,
No.
and that this is something that we have to consider and think about is his safety. Because it's sad. We get a lot of after calls when somebody's fallen down the stairs,
Yes.
broken a hip.
Oh,
and,
Lord.
And
So do you pick them up and take them to the hospital?
no, we
No,
didn't do
that's not
that.
part-
No, the family calls us and
Oh,
they're
okay.
like, "Hey, we want to, take care of mom." And it's like, well, here's what we can do.
Yeah.
And we strive to serve our community. We sponsor the Corbin Senior Center and
Nice.
the South Hills Senior Center.
Yes.
Meals on Wheels here locally. So we're not just a fly-by-night company.
Well, and I think we've seen some of this with COVID the last couple of months of how many of the national firms support the local Little League team or the Corbin Center or the South Hill Senior Center or whatever. It usually comes from the smaller, locally owned businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really does.
We live here. This is
Yeah.
this is our community.
Now,
This
your
is our
owners, did they grow up here?
Keely did.
Okay.
She grew up here a majority of her life.
Okay.
Her parents and her husband.
So this is hometown.
This is hometown.
Yeah.
And even for me, I'm a transplant, but I love
Yeah.
it here. I raised my kids here.
You're
And,
from where?
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is home for me. I walk in the store. I've ran into clients.
Yeah.
I've ran into people from trade shows.
Yes.
And it's great. I never want to be the guy that people are like, oh, you. I don't want to be that guy. You
No,
know?
no, but and we're still a city and a county and all of that, but we're also a town where we know a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Which means you better behave yourself because you're going to be recognized out there.
Yeah. Oh,
okay?
exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't miss our trucks. They're bright blue and orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just like our logos here.
Yeah.
All over the trucks. I've had people that actually have called and purchased from us because they've seen one of our vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, it's
It's like you're advertising out there.
absolutely. And we cover from the Cascades, all of eastern Washington,
Okay.
all of Idaho, and even western Montana.
Wow.
So we're licensed in those 3 states, and we.
Good for you.
Yeah. So even though we're a small business.
What drew you to come to Spokane and do this?
Oh, that's a long story we don't have time for.
Oh, okay, okay.
But this was an opportunity Wade and Keely gave me 5 years ago, and I joined the firm. And with them, I've helped grow with the firm and
Good.
watch the firm grow because it started off, there's about a half a dozen people. Now we're up to about 13, 14
Wow,
full-time
okay.
employees. And
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
that's good too because that allows you to service people right away too. Not,
absolutely.
well, Fred's booked for 2 days. Sorry,
yeah, we
find the stairs and good luck.
Yeah.
Right.
One of our core values is responsiveness. If nothing else, at least a phone call.
Yeah.
Some of the equipment that we install and provide can usually be resolved over the phone without ever having to send a
Okay.
technician out.
Yeah.
Caring is another one of ours. Honesty and integrity.
Yeah.
What our guys do on the job sites. And it's like I tell my crews, it's the equipment's the equipment. It's the guys that actually
Yeah.
make the difference. It's the from the initial phone call with the receptionist
Yeah.
all the way to meeting me to the installation and the follow-up with the
Yeah.
project managers. And
The hardware is hardware.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's everything else and making it work and just relating to people, understanding their needs, what they're going through,
Right.
and help them achieve their goals.
Right. I'm going to guess that you have a phone number people can reach, a website.
Absolutely,
and
yes.
Let's tell the folks
Okay.
where they can find you.
You can find us at voelevator.com.
Okay.
And that's easy enough. And then also our main office number is 509-951-6416. And they can reach us there and schedule an appointment. All our site surveys are complimentary.
Not that I would be the one to call you, but when will you next be on 24-hour service?
Me, hopefully not for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. But our president Wade, he likes to take those calls, and
Yeah.
he does a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're here for the community, and we just want people to know that they have a local option out there.
Right.
And there is a lot of steps that go behind it. Permitting, inspection, there's a lot of state
Yes.
requirements.
I bet.
And Washington has some of the strictest rules, but we handle that. We take care of that so the client doesn't have to stress about it.
Yeah.
That's our job.
Good.
So.
Great. It must be fun to work for somebody that cares about you and the other employees in the company.
Absolutely. It's
and
a
you-
life changer. I've worked for
Yeah.
multi-billion-dollar corporations
Yeah.
prior to this, and I wouldn't trade this job for anything. I absolutely love it.
Good. I love it. Well, thank you for coming in.
Oh, my pleasure.
And it's Vertical Options. Take a look and see how they're doing. They're about to up your game. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks for watching the Pulse of Spokane. Have a good day, everybody.
Hi, I'm Dave Lucas, running to be your state senator. I'm a husband, father, and Marine veteran with almost 22 years of experience. I know during this current medical emergency and time of uncertainty, people are concerned. I hope you and your family are doing well. I have the experience, leadership, and training to move us past this crisis. To learn more about me and my campaign for state senator, please follow me on my Twitter, Facebook, or my website at votedavelucas.net. Thank you, and stay well.
To help you be safe, Washington state law requires you to call 811 2 full business days before you plan, for example, to dig, drill, plow, pull from, or pound anything into the ground. Be prepared to provide the operator with the correct address, cross street, and a description of your work. You must mark the dig area with white paint. The operator will inform you of the utilities notified of your impending excavation. Wait for all their marks. Be safe and dig with care.
When building a home or considering a major remodel, who are you going to choose? The Spokane Home Builders Association is an organization that works to elevate professionalism in the residential construction industry. We promote, protect, and educate for our community, building our community one home at a time. We are the Spokane Home Builders Association.
Hello, my friends and fellow Republicans. My name is Stephen T. Major, and I'm a candidate for the 5th Congressional District of the state of Washington. It goes without saying that we are living in exceedingly difficult times. We, the people, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, in God we trust. These words have great meaning to me, and I believe to every American. These sacred ideals are under attack right now. In fact, our very liberty is in jeopardy. As your representative in Congress, I will fight for the values and interests of Eastern Washington in our country. God bless you, and I thank you for your vote.
Paid for by Stephen Major for Congress, Republican. Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.